asking only because he was working with the ones yesterday. Could Keith be the backup, or is that going to still be a secret? Or
I don't know that. You know, it was designed that way yesterday and part of today. Today was our first day of service day, where we service the offense and the defense, and it's designed the first day of service period. As always, the freshmen all have to be service guys, so that's why Nick was down the entire time and Keith was up. But we'll make a decision for sure internally here by Saturday, and whether or not we release that, remains to be seen.
It looks like he's certainly playing up to the role.
I thought all three quarterbacks played really well today. Not just to single out Keith. I thought Jake did some really nice things. I thought Nick did some really nice things, and I thought Keith did. I thought they threw the ball, and they've been throwing the ball for the last week at a very high level.
Did you learn a little more about Keith last night, working with the ones the whole time?
Well, the one thing I learned, what I appreciated and liked about it is in kind of as hostile as an environment as we can make it in practice, with the music playing and the players getting after it there at the end, to drive them down at the end and score that touchdown showed me a lot about just his mental toughness. He was able to hang in there and execute the offense at a critical moment of practice.
And it was kind of a planned ahead thing that we're going to give Jake a night off?
Yeah. It was his kind of scheduled day off.
And then in terms of freshmen and who plays and who doesn't, have you got any closer on that at all?
Yeah, we have a pretty good idea.
In terms of letting the rest of us have a good idea?
Well, you got to watch the game, right? I can't.
Do you have a number then of how many you think you might want to do?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Did Court suffer kind of a setback today? Or?
No, we wanted to get him moving around some, just because when you kind of sprain your knee and you stand around on it, it can get tight. We wanted to move him around but not overdo it, so he got moved around, and then we just wanted to make sure he got iced up and felt good about it. So we'll work him back into it. I just want to make sure come Monday we're a healthy football team.
What are the health issues now?
Well, I think Senio still with his ankle is a health issue because he can't go every snap of practice yet. Obviously Court until he goes every snap of practice. James Johnson is a real concern of mine right now. I mean, he hasn't practiced in nearly 2 weeks. It's concerning to me. Everett is going to be a concern until we really play, but he's doing everything we could have asked him to do up until this point. He's performing for us. Kalani is still kind of day on, day off mentality, so he's somewhat of a concern still. But outside of that, I think we're pretty healthy. The beauty of it, knock on wood, we're not dealing with pulled hamstrings or quads or things of that nature that could potentially take months of a time. We're dealing with twists and sprains that I think can be healed here by the beginning of next week.
What's the backup situation behind Court?
We've been giving Garrett Gillian quite a bit of reps there, and he looks good. I think Tim Tucker has really stepped his game up there at that position as well. So I like both those two guys, and that's kind of where it's laying right now.
What happened? Was Victor Burnett?
Victor's in there. The other two guys are just playing a little faster, I think. Their knowledge of the defense, I think, is just a little ahead of his.
And Brandon Hooper has still been just hurt?
Hooper's knee just had a little setback. It swelled up on him, so we're going to have to kind of lay off the gas on him for a little bit until he can get back. I don't know. We got to monitor that swelling of exactly, where it is coming in next week or even the following weeks.
With James, is there who steps into that role?
Well, we're fortunate we've got an extremely deep receiving core. When you look at Jermaine, Devin, DeAndre, Cody Bruns, Jordan Polk, Kevin Smith. We're 6 deep without even thinking, boy, he couldn't do it or he couldn't do it. We feel really good about it. So, all those guys, the beauty of all those guys, too, is they're all very smart and can play at numerous positions. They're not just locked into one position.
Yeah. You talked earlier about the progress Nate Williams made in the offseason. What have you seen from him?